Coming up on District Wire News, eating too much may cause more than just heartburn. A new study links obesity to cancer. We've got a full report.
Also, President Obama's approval ratings. The latest poll might surprise you. District Wire News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Brooks May.
And I'm Gabrielle Gorder.
It may be time to renew that gym membership. A new study links obesity to cancer. Laura Petty has more on the story.
You may want to think twice about your next food choice. The National Cancer Institute says that being overweight accounts for 14% of cancer deaths in men and 20% of cancer deaths in women.
I think it could be prevented, and it's all like a personal choice.
Students like Russ Schubert try to stay healthy now to prevent future problems.
Well, I try to, go running every day, go to the gym, play soccer in the Greek League on campus, eat healthy, don't go to fast food, eat like a balanced diet, get all the parts of the pyramid in. I do what I can to, stick to that.
Audrey Sheets agrees.
Fitness plays a big part of my life. I try to go to the gym every day. Obesity starts as a problem now.
It's not just about cutting calories. Losing weight can also decrease your stress level.
Jill Robinson is a professor at American University. She specializes in health and wellness.
Well, there are several ways that stress and obesity are linked. A lot of times, a lot of us, when we're under stress, turn to eating as a coping mechanism. And so just that behavior alone, eating more, can lead to putting on extra weight.
So when it comes to your health, take it one step at a time, and you may see big changes in your overall wellness. For District Wire News, I'm Laura Petty.
In an effort to help battle obesity, experts at American University are working to help students create healthy eating habits. With more on the story, here's Zach Solomon.
Research shows that over 25% of college students gain 5 pounds during their first 2 months in college. Rachel Adair, Assistant Director of Health and Fitness at American University, attributes this to poor decisions made by students.
College students have problems making healthy food choices because they don't have mom or dad cooking for them, or other food choices such as pizza and hamburgers are readily available. And generally, college students will go for the foods that they like to eat more than the foods that are healthy for them.
70% of students are not eating enough fruits, vegetables, or whole grains.
Students feeling fuller longer so that they're less tempted to eat more. And high doses of sugar might end up making them hungrier.
It is key for students to make the right food selections so that they can maintain a healthy lifestyle and prepare the best to succeed in college. Zach Solomon, District Wire News.
The H1N1 vaccine is in D.C. First on the list to get the vaccine are people under 24 years old, pregnant women, healthcare workers, and people with medical conditions. The D.C. Health Department website lists one person is in the hospital with swine flu today in D.C. And on campus, 21 AU students reported flu-like symptoms last week.
Despite concern over the war in Afghanistan, the economy, and healthcare, President Barack Obama's approval rating is up. 56% of the people surveyed for an Associated Press poll said they approve of Obama's job performance. That's up 6% from September's approval ratings. 23% of Americans strongly disapprove of the president. Although the majority of Americans have a favorable view of the president, over half of those interviewed said they believe the country is going in the wrong direction. Those interviewed said the economy and unemployment are their top concerns. Foreign affairs fell near the bottom of the list, with only 4% of those surveyed naming the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan as top concerns.
An AU student turns her stay in India into a multimedia human rights project. Sophomore Ellie Eitzel has a project on display in the Bender Library, and she got the chance to showcase her work for the religious leader of Tibet, the Dalai Lama. When the Dalai Lama visited campus on Saturday to give a teaching, her project was in his green room.
This is a school which is very interested and active in international affairs, and here's an international conflict which is very high profile. And here's Ellie in the middle of it, getting all these stories and all this information. She should share it. She set up the exhibition with the photos and everything and the film in the green room for him, so he could, see this personally. She sat in the third row, just away from him. She met Richard Gere and Nancy Pelosi and all of these people that associate with the movement.
The project is called Bonds of Interdependence, Tibet and the World. It shows a human perspective on the conflict and the toll it takes on people all over the world. It uses remarks from Chinese people, Tibetan people, and AU students. Isel also put the information into a bound book, which she gave to the Dalai Lama. She hasn't heard whether or not he's read it yet.
Faculty in AU's Kogod School of Business are winning awards. Kimberly Rogers won an award for a paper that looks at what a company's bankruptcy does to its customers. Gerald Martin won the William F. Sharp Award for Scholarship in Financial Research. This honors his paper as the best published in the Journal of Financial and Quantitative Research last year. Kogod deans are also recognizing faculty members who earned excellent ratings on course evaluations.
Hundreds of students from around the world descend on DC this week. Find out why after the break.
"517 years ago today, Christopher Columbus arrived in America. And while the holiday brings about celebration, it also brings a little confusion as well.
There are standard parts of that story that may or may not be the case. We don't even have a very good idea of what Columbus looked like because most of the portraits of him were painted after he died. So it's a very strange relationship between that story and the role that it plays in America's story about itself.
Columbus Day became the first state holiday in Colorado in 1905, and then became a federal holiday in 1934.
The U.S. Department of Energy hosts an international competition this week, offering a bright start to many students' careers. Ashley Murphy has the story.
How much energy are you using? Students from across the world are spreading the word about going green at the Solar Decathlon. Students design, build, and operate attractive, energy-efficient houses, but it is no easy task.
It's a 2-year-long journey, but we spend about 1.5 years of research, development, design, and all those features, and then we move into design and build. So the build part takes about 6 to 8 months. We're all undergraduates on our team. That 6 to 8 months is a little short for what we were thinking.
Yeah, we're getting ideas here that even though our house is not a new home, we're hoping to be able to do some retrofitting with some of the ideas that we're learning here and confirming some things we already thought we might do.
20 student-led teams and their designed homes will be on the National Mall for 3 weeks in October. Over 200,000 visitors are expected this year. For District Wire News, I'm Ashley Murphy.
That's all we have time for today. See you next time on District Wire News. I'm Brooks May.
And I'm Gabrielle Gorder. Have a wonderful day.